way we turn around is an excellent posture test. Is it a simple head swivel or a full-on Quasimodo move? And how do we fix Quasimodo? Well, the primary issue is that the head is too far forward, putting strain on the neck and upper back. So we gotta bring the head back. But by doing this, I'm just jamming my neck and that doesn't feel very good. So I need to tilt my upper body. And that makes my neck nice and relaxed and right over the center line. But now I've shifted the problem down and my torso is jammed. So this is not going to be very comfortable because my lower back is now overworking. So what I need to do from here is tilt my pelvis so I'm scooping my tailbone. And that's going to set me forward, and in order to deal with that, my abs need to engage. So now my core is working a little bit, my lower back is working a little bit, and my whole body can rest naturally and easily above the center of my body. So we want to use yoga to make it so good posture comes more naturally, we can rest in it easier, and so that we are more aware of when we are in bad posture. We're going to start just standing and doing some quick little movements to wake up some of the muscles we're using. So to start, we're going to do these chest openers where we're just swinging our arms back. And each time you swing back, try not to just be throwing your arm back, but try to also be moving the whole shoulder socket back. Okay, so relax. Now we're going to do shrugs. So we're squeezing our shoulders up to our ears and letting it go. Squeeze again and repeat that a few times. Now when you let go, try to pull the shoulders down. So it's going to create some tension, and we're going to look right and then look left, right, left, and then we're going to nod our head up and down, up and down. Okay, and then we're going to come down to our hands and knees and do some cat-cow. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, arching to the lower back and looking up. And repeat those. Okay, now just return to tabletop, neutral spine. Then we're going to walk our hands forward and our knees backwards so that we can lie down on our stomachs. Your hands should be under your shoulders, or maybe a little farther forward than that, but around there. And we're going to use our back muscles to lift our head and upper body a little bit. So you're trying to push through your hands as little as possible and do the work with your back muscles. We're going to go down. We're going to come up again into cobra, baby cobra, using our back muscles. Then go down. Then one more time. raise up. And go down. Then we're gonna rise up into plank. And we're gonna bring our left leg forward, place it in between our hands, and then rise up to lunge. We're gonna go into a warrior 1, then warrior 2, and then we're going to come into a wide mountain. I'll just turn around so I'm facing the camera. So we're now standing tall with our legs wide. And then we're gonna go into lunge with our right leg in front. And then into warrior 1. Then warrior 2. Then we're going to come back to the wide mountain. You can bring your feet in a little bit if it's more comfortable, because the most important thing here is not to be like getting a hip stretch. The most important thing here is we want to be able to keep our spine as straight as possible. And we're now going to bring our hands to our sides, sort of like a cactus. And we're going to try and use our upper back to pull the shoulders back in their sockets. So we're pulling like the whole shoulder back as much as our upper back muscles can manage. And we're going to raise our hands up straight in the air, and then we're going to slide back down. And the whole time you want to be thinking about pulling those shoulders back. Another good cue is to think about pulling the elbows back in space. And we're going to keep going down and up. Repeat that several times. And when you're down, you should be like squeezing like quite a bit to pull down as much as you can. Okay, then we're going to bring our hands to our chest, and we're going to fold forward, doing a wide forward fold. Bring our hands down to the floor, and just walk your hands to the front of the mat, and then kick your leg back if one of your legs is in the front. So you're just in a plank now. Okay, and then we're going to lower from plank to our stomach. And we're going to do the cobra again, but this time you're going to put your arms back behind you so that your palms are face down, and you're going to be using that same pulling back with your upper body to lift your shoulders, pull your shoulders back, and lift your hands in the air. And now you're going to raise your upper body as much as you can using your back muscles. And then lower. And lower your hands to the ground as well when you lower your face down. Okay, we're going to rise into this cobra again, lifting the hands and head and upper body. And then relax it. And then lift it again. Then relax and lower. Then we're going to come up into plank. And then drop down to your knees, tabletop. Swing your legs out to one side, sit back, come into a cross-legged seat. And again, our priority is trying to make our spine as straight and tall as we can. So sit here for a few breaths. On your inhale, imagine your head being pulled up by a string above you, so it's being pulled straight up. On your exhale, try and relax as much as you can, especially try and relax the shoulders, which might be tensed in some way. So we're trying to let go of all that tension around the upper back and neck. Okay, now we're going to place our hands down by our sides, and we're going to twist our neck right and then left, or tilted, maybe I should say, tilting our head. So our right ear is coming to our right shoulder, and then left ear to left shoulder. And if you want, you can try guiding your head with your hand. So pull your head to the right using your right hand, but it's not so much like you're yanking on your head, it's more like you're pulling it, or you're guiding it. And you can try the opposite. Place the right hand back down, use the left hand to guide the head. And the goal is really to keep the spine as straight as possible. And we're not like moving in all three dimensions. We're trying to just move in like a flat plane. So our head's not moving forward or backward. It's only moving to the right and then to the left. Okay, we're gonna do a few more, holding a little longer and breathing while we're tilted. Okay, we're going to stop that now, and we're going to come into a plank. And we're going to lower to our stomach. And we're going to raise our arms by the sides of our head in the cactus form again. And you can leave your hands on the ground while we're preparing. And now we're going to lift our head and upper body up, and we're going to lift our hands as well. And then with your hands lifted, you're going to do the same motion as before, where you are sliding your arms and your hands up so they're over your head, and then you're going to pull them back down. Then we're going to slide them up and down, again using your upper back to pull those shoulders back as much as you can manage. We're going to keep sliding. And if you need to take a short break, do that and then come back. Okay, we're going to stop there. And we're going to come up to plank and tabletop and swing your legs out again to a side. To seat, and then we're just going to lie on our back. And we're going to lay on our backs with our arms out in a T and try and like kind of squirm and adjust and like pull those shoulders in and back as much as you can while you're laying down. And that should add a little more tension to your neck. And what we're going to do here is rotate our head to look to our right hand. And then come back to center and rotate the head to look to the left hand. Then center. And we're going to start picking up the pace. And if you feel tension in your neck as you reach the end of the twist, try not to like push into it too much. Instead, just focus on making the middle part really smooth and just only barely reaching the end where the tension appears. So we're rocking your head back and forth. What I find is, as I go through that middle portion very easily, it gets easier, and the tension kind of disappears at the edges without me ever having to like really force through it. All right, we're gonna stop. And we're gonna sit up and just sit in a cross-legged seat. And again, just try and make your spine tall. Breathing deeply. Now we're going to take our hands to our neck, and we're going to put the base of our palm in this area where the neck meets the jaw. You can do that on both sides. And try and maintain some focus on sitting up straight. And just start massaging the neck. Because all the pulling we did on the shoulders to pull them back, all of that will have created some tension in the neck and the jaw. So it's good to check in with those right now. All right, then we're gonna kick our legs out in front and lie down on our back. And there's one more little move I like that is really good for my neck, but I honestly don't know how hard it is to get into it, so we'll just see how it goes. So first we're gonna start by just pulling our knees into our chest. And try and, to some extent, flatten your neck against the mat. So you'll pull you'll tuck your chin into your chest, and that will sort of bring your neck against the mat. And then you're going to, I guess you need some momentum, so you're gonna have to like pull your knees into your chest like in a motion to sort of swing your feet above and over your head. And you can also like put your hands on your thighs to support, if that helps, or maybe just on your body. And you can leave your knees like, you can leave like your feet above your knees, and that might help you balance, or you can stick your legs straight out. And I forgot what this pose is called. But if you focus on like really keeping the weight on your neck, like down the center line, so it's not like left or right, but like right down the center of your spine, and you like slowly relax. It's a great way of letting the tension out of your neck. So you can put your feet on the ground, or you can let everything hover. There's a lot of different ways to do this. All right, we're gonna return to laying flat on our back. And we're gonna do a supine twist, so we're gonna take our right knee into our chest, and then using our left hand, we're gonna guide that right knee over the left side of the body. And then you're going to stick your right arm straight out, and you're gonna look at your right hand, twisting your head to the right. Okay, then we're gonna return, laying down on our back, and do the same thing with the other side. So we're gonna take our left knee into our chest, use the right hand to guide the left knee over the right side of the body. And then stick the left arm out, look at the left hand. All right, and then that's the end. So that's all I've got for the neck yoga. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.